Name the this so much hype. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Missing with the hook. Perfect punch. Nice counter. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Those counter punches have to hurt. The jab doesn't quite connect. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. And there's the bell to start round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And that hook misses. Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo. On to the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Good counter punch. jab not finding its target. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. It's all offense all the time. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. After what we saw in that... Here we go to the fourth round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. That jab misses. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo. On to the fifth we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Insane action. Good counter punching. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
How about that time counter shot? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Do you believe this? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Didn't land that jab. Beautiful counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. There's a counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Teofimo Lopez. There's the bell to start round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch. Missing with the left hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. A straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. And there's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3 4-shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit close.